Yo, it's your boy WesTheTech here to bring you another one of my personal favorite tech tips to help you as an artist grow in your craft. Now, today we're going to go over how to transfer your music from Spotify to Apple Music, all right? So if you're a recording artist who wants to know exactly how to transfer your music from Spotify and some other music services to your Apple Music, then this is the perfect video for you, because in this video, I'm going to show you step by step on how to do that actual process with this new feature that is available through Apple Music. All right. Now, before I continue, I definitely want to let you guys know about my free music business checklist tool that's available to download off of my website right now. This is for any one of you guys who's looking into starting your own music business, but don't quite know where to start. With this free tool, you will be able to identify 3 things that you could do right away to start your own music business. So if you want to grab this free tool today, you can click on the link above. I will also leave the link in the descriptions below. All right. Now, when it comes to having music on different streaming services, especially when you're dealing with a bunch of different playlists and stuff like that, it can really become a headache, especially when you're trying to listen to music from one to the other, right? Spotify, we know, is the biggest one, the most prominent one. Most people have a Spotify account and have playlists on their account. But what if you're now an Apple user and you're now using Apple Music? Does that mean that you literally have to take every song and every playlist that you have on Spotify and recreate it or re-add it to your Apple Music, also re-adding playlists and renaming them and all of those different things? Well, before this new feature, that's exactly what we had to do. But now, with the most recent update to Apple Music and Apple in general, you can now transfer your music from Spotify to your Apple Music with a few easy steps. And you can actually do this with other services as well that we will get into momentarily, all right? But for the sake of this video, to show you guys this process, I want to show you guys this process first and foremost with the desktop, doing it from your computer, just for the sake of this video, all right? So the first thing that you're going to want to do in order to transfer your playlist and your music from Spotify to Apple Music is you want to first log into your Apple Music account on your computer, all right? Of course, you can do this by going to music.apple.com. All right, if you click the link above, if you want just a direct link to that, all right, of course, that'll be in the descriptions as well. But once you click on that, right, it'll take you to your Apple login page. You'll go ahead and log into your account. Once you're logged into your account, what you're going to want to then do from there is you want to click on your actual profile picture on the top right hand corner. Once you click on your profile picture from there, you will then see where it will say for you to transfer your music, right? Once you hit transfer music, this window will come up here where it's actually going to ask you to select the service, all right? And these are actually all the different services that you could actually transfer your music from. So it isn't just Spotify. You can do this with Amazon Music as well. You could do this with Tidal. You could do this with Deezer, and you could do this with YouTube, all right? Now, the reason you're able to do this is because it's all powered by SongShift. Now, if you guys don't know what SongShift is literally a company that literally links these together so that you're able to do this, right? So I guess Apple Music partnered with SongShift to be able to do this, which is why the integration is very, very easy. It's something that SongShift was already doing anyway. So now that they're partnered with Apple Music, you can literally just do this straight from Apple Music itself. But once you actually pick which service you want to port over your music, for the sake of this video, I'm going to do Spotify, is then going to ask you to authorize or essentially link the two accounts together, right? You're probably going to have to log into your Spotify account on your computer if you're not logged in already, right? And then once you authorize it, you will then get this screen right here where you can actually select your music and select your playlist, right? The first two options, it literally gives you an option to just transfer all your music and playlists, which you could do that, or you could literally just go down the list and pick exactly what playlist that you want to port over or transfer over, all right? But this is essentially all that you have to do. And once you pick out all the songs that you want to do, you would then hit add to library as the final step, and it will literally transfer all of those songs and playlists to your Apple Music. Now, depending on how big of a catalog you have as far as playlists and music, it can take longer than other people, right? It does take a little while depending on how much music you have, right? But ultimately, it'll complete the process and it'll be able to transfer all of that over. So as you can see, it's a very, very simple process. It's much, much easier than literally recreating every single playlist that you have, because let's be honest, nobody wants to sit down and do that every single time, right? But with this new feature, you can do this. And what I love about it, especially since I have playlists for both, anytime I upload it on Spotify, I can literally just retransfer it to Apple Music. I don't have to update it on both, which is definitely a lifesaver for sure. All right, but also what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you guys how to do this from your phone as well, because you can actually do this process on your iPhone. All right, so from the iPhone, what you're going to want to actually do is you want to go to your settings first. Once you're in your settings, you're then going to want to go ahead and go to apps. Once you go to apps, you will then go to the music app, and under the music app, you will see transfer music from other services right under sync library. Right now, if you don't see it, it's probably because your sync library isn't on, because sync library does have to be on for you to be able to do it. And you also need to be a need to obviously have an Apple Music account. You need to be having the service anyway to do this, right? But you need to be able to have that on, or pay for the service, the Apple Music service, have the sync library on, and then you'll be able to see it. Now, I will mention that it may vary depending on how new or old your phone is, right? Because I wasn't able to actually find the transfer to other services on my phone, but my phone is a couple years older than some other phones that I use. I used a more recent iPhone and it was there, even though I updated my phone. So that might be a issue that you may run into. All right, but if that is the case, you can still do it on your desktop, right? And it'll sync with your phone regardless. So if it doesn't work on your phone, just do it on your desktop, and it'll keep the transfer, it'll make the transfer possible. That's only for those of you who may not see it on your iPhone with that actual stating that says transfer from other services, because on my phone it didn't show up. My phone, I think, is the iPhone, I want to say 14 or 13, right? And I think we're on 15 or 16 now. I lost count at this point. But essentially, it may vary depending on what you have. But the desktop is the surefire way to do it. I know that absolutely works, which is why I wanted to show you guys that first. That way, you don't rely on the phone and you might think it's not available. Also, another thing that I have to mention as well, it's not available for every country. That's another thing that it started off with just Australia and the Netherlands, I believe, first, but now it quietly was added to the US and the UK as well. All right, so there's a couple of countries that you could do it with right now, but this isn't worldwide yet. You can't do it in every country as well. So that might be another reason you may not be able to access or see it as well. But here's the list of the countries that it is available in, just for the safe side, for you guys to know, right? And again, this is just for the time being. This list will probably be bigger months from now, because again, it only started with Australia first, right? But now it's in the US, and I'm sure at some point it'll be a worldwide thing. So definitely check back, and definitely keep in mind how old this video is when you see it, because if you see it years from now, then your country may now be on the list. But that's always something you could Google and check later. All right, guys, but that's pretty much it. That's what this video was about, just really showing you how to use this new quick feature to transfer your music from your Spotify to your Apple Music. It's absolutely awesome, especially for you playlisters out there that is always updating your list and want to have your playlist on both. This is a dope feature, and definitely start tapping into it, because it will save you a whole lot of time when it comes to updating your music. All right, But that's pretty much it, guys. Now, of course, before I let you guys go, I want to let you guys know about my book here, The 13 Steps to Jumpstart Your Music Business. This is for those of you who are sick and tired of your 9-to-5 job and you just want to do music full time. I've been doing music full time for years now, and the reason I'm able to do it is because I follow these 13 steps. So if you want to be able to do the same thing, definitely grab this book here. I have it in paperback form for those of you who like something physical, and I also have the ebook version as well if you want to start reading it and start learning right away. All right, but yeah, you can grab that today. The link is in the description in regards to that as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this helps. I hope you guys love the new feature, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
I'm feeling like David. Can't nobody slay me. I feel like Moses. Big Moses. Can't nobody hold me. I'm feeling like Daniel. Big Daddy. Can't nobody face me.